to toe the weather to crank us up. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Quick pass on the fly motion. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Back to throw, it's Vandergrift. Gets it out quickly. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quickly complete. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll run play action. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And that play fake created just a split second to let the tight end get downfield.
Did you see how that play fake just froze the second level of the defense just for a split second, Reese, and that allowed the tight end to get vertical?
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
They'll try the run. And tackled there by the defense.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Got it, looking for the first down. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense set on 1st down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Crosses the 30, he's got away. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They're going to ride this running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Volunteers in the hurry-up. Here's the handoff. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Offense, quick tempo. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. After run, now throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That's caught. It's Sampson. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
He's got it, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw for it. Dances away from the heat. Had nowhere to go with that one, had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Rides to the back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
This offense has a second down play. Scanning the field, it's Vandergrift. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Pulls it in. It's Lewis. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake. Now to throw. They're trying to get to it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Unloads to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver, they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making the big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
He's looking deep. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On third down, going up top. He's got his man. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
On the move, it's Lewis. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And the Vols want to pick up the tempo. He's going to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Offense gets set for second down. the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back, cat-like quickness?
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. To the air, it's Vandergrift. Got his man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
A nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dale, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quick strike complete. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Using his legs, it's Trainer. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The play action fake. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wildcats!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. The Volunteers headed quickly to the line. Coming after it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
They'll throw it on first down. Buys a little extra time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Matthews. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive.
Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tennessee! Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Florida State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to North Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the run, it's Trainer. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice. But this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line, rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee.
Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Moves away as he feels pressure. He throws one to the left. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. They're bringing heat. Got it in the middle, it's Thornton. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Give to the running back. On the move at the 30. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him too, right? It kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the back. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Left, 42, Spider. 4-2,
This is a designed run. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown ball.
And they desperately needed that touchdown. Now it's miracle time. We got to kick this onside kick and somehow find a way to boot a long field goal and maybe win this thing at the buzzer.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as a kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Going up top. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
the drive with a pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Volunteers! They jump on top here in OT. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And they get the sack just like that.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
To the air, it's Vandergrift. Throws to the wideout. Oh, and it's intercepted, a turnover in overtime. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth. Games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week.